Summertime always means outdoor cooking, and we absolutely love doing that. Today, we're making some burgers. We're going to be having some visitors. Hey, baby.
Yes.
What's that you got there?
Beautiful bottle of Nederberg Baron.
Okay.
It's a Cab-Sav and Shiraz
well with
blend.
what I'm trying to make.
And it goes well because what? Kitchenzm.
Dezember, boss.
So without further ado, let's get down to business.
Oh, wow, baby. Like, while we're cooking.
Why not?
Okay.
Wine and food go together, no?
So tell me why this wine? We're making burgers. Why this wine?
Why this wine? It's beautifully blended. As I said before, there's a Cab-Sav and a Shiraz blend with spicy nuances. It's got a couple of prunes in there. So it's very soft and mellow. And will actually go very well with our burgers this afternoon.
Okay, fantastic.
Plus, today, you know I'm excited.
Why are you excited?
Because we've got guests.
Oh, because you got celebrities coming.
Special guests.
I know, and you're such a fan of them. You're always listening to them in the morning.
Yeah, and we were treated very well by them.
Oh, yeah.
So we're reciprocating the treatment we got.
Oh, wait, guys. We're doing this after the Wood Kitchen got a nod from Facebook Global.
Imagine that.
Technologies themselves. Oh, my God. Okay, I touched my mic. I'm so sorry, guys. But that's how excited I am. But yeah, William is actually more excited about the people we are getting today.
Exactly.
Like fanboying. He never does this fanboy thing.
So I'm going to pour a little bit, another couple of glasses of wine.
Don't you want
Take
to
out
wait
some
for them
juice.
to arrive, honey?
No. We're letting it breathe.
Oh, but
why do you want me to contain my excitement?
Why are you closing it? You don't close
It's not
wine.
closed.
You let it breathe.
This is you who closed it.
I closed it.
Yeah.
You see, I'm beginning to be the bougie one here.
I be the bougie
All right, darling. So I'm going in with some garlic salt here. What else should I go in with?
A bit of that onion salt as well.
Okay.
Got some over here.
The wind is crazy, but this is the joys of outdoor cooking.
And
What's that? That's the onion?
There's a bit of onion powder as well. So, and then our favorite spice at the moment, which is what?
This is the Salvin grill, all in one seasoning. Guys, listen, if you don't have this spice this summer, I don't know what you're doing, okay?
It's not summer for you.
Because it's not yet summer. It's not yet December. It's not December. December. Because this spice, you guys, I'm going to tell you this. All your chicken on the braai, your crayfish,
yes,
your beef, you don't even need to put salt. This is just, Hinds just said, listen, it's December. You're not supposed to suffer. You're supposed to be enjoying. Let us keep December you.
Sprinkle a little bit of
spices
happiness on
and
you,
let's sprinkle the happiness on your food. Like, guys, it's so good. It's so good.
It's fantastic.
All right, so I'm going in with this. We're also going to use some of this for the crayfish, but what we're going to teach you is like our go-to quick burger recipe. We've got different burger recipes, but this one is like our go-to. As you can see, it's going to be heavy on the Southern Grill seasoning. I don't need to put any salt in my food, which is
Guys,
great.
that's the beauty of this
William, are you really using
spice?
forks?
You know what?
Because that is not you. Let's not even lie to the people. That's not you.
This is me.
Darling,
I don't know what she's trying to talk
you use
about.
your hands all the time. You're trying to be bougie.
I know I use my hands, but for other things.
Okay, you know what? It's a PG show. Now, one of the things we love about Nederberg being a house wine, right, is especially with the Baron, it goes perfectly. So normally for me, my red wines, I've always thought they're perfect for winter. But William has been telling me how perfect the Baron is for like our red meats, even on a hot day.
Exactly.
Like, guys, this is just perfect. It's like room temperature, but amazing.
It's not as heavy as a Shiraz,
No,
which is
it's
like
not.
a bit overpowering sometimes. It's not a Cab-Sav, it's a blend between the two, and I think they got it
like
very
really
right.
good. Cheers,
Very
baby.
right. Cheers, cheers.
Okay, so what is on the menu today?
Menu today, we're just going to have nice and simple.
Let me get in there.
We know the guys. Have you washed your hands?
I did.
Did you? Why are they still dead? Can you wash your hands?
This is the thing.
There you go. All right, so Lulu's going to get those burgers going.
William is getting like, that anxiety before you meet like your crush.
Oh, wow.
Maybe one of the guests is his crush. You just
Who
never
knows?
know.
I might leave the farm forever,
I'm telling you.
Okay, cool.
But she's not Asian, baby.
Ati?
She's not Asian.
Are you Asian?
I used to like the Asian girls before me. I transformed the man.
I don't know what this woman is talking about.
I
have no recollection
the man.
about my personal life. From 9 years
before.
ago.
Oh,
I only know you.
You
I
only know me. You've only ever known me. Oh my God, the flies. Okay, let's go quickly. Let's go quickly. So now I go
Throw
in.
some in there. I'm gonna press it down and then
So
straight
you
into
know,
the grill.
guys, I'm actually going to sprinkle some southern seasoning on top. Like, guys, this is how crazy I am about it. And I really want the southern seasoning spice to really be the hero, which will go well with the wine.
Okay, so let me get that on.
Yeah,
I'm
do
gonna
that.
press it down quickly.
You know the Mzungu thing
Straight
to do. So,
onto the braai. You got the next one going on ready?
yeah, I've got the next one coming in here.
Uh-huh.
Gosh. Okay, so there's 3
Perfect.
visitors coming. Oh my goodness. This is real summer cooking.
Go.
Okay, so there you go. Next one is there.
There we go.
So we need to be quick about it. We need
Done.
about 6 burgers.
Flies to hammer
I like
us.
the burgers nice and thick and juicy. I want someone to like bite into it and just get overpowered by all the lovely meat, and it's just gonna pair well with that wine. Whew. Okay.
Are we good?
Yes, we're good. We need to like move fast. We need to like cover these others that you're not using with something because, oh my goodness,
Here we go.
living on a farm.
Oof, we're getting overpowered here.
We're getting overpowered.
Anyway, as long as we get them onto the grill quickly enough, then
Okay,
it should be fine.
there we go. So I'm going to get cleaning right now and we're going to be back. Honey, how are those doing?
I think the patties are looking very nice at the moment.
Yeah, they look really, really good.
Yeah.
I hear that, you see, whenever, oh, I'm not supposed to be bending on this, but whenever we have guests, we always ask them how they like their meat. So do they like it rare, like savages, medium rare, like semi-savages, or medium, like a normal person, or burnt, like a Tonga?
Your patties are good. There's a bit of bacon as well, which I've put.
As an Adventist, I don't take bacon, darling, so make sure that it's very separate from the...
From what? It all goes into
From
one
the
stomach, eh?
Okay, so the visitors are coming just now.
visitors
Are we
are
ready?
coming.
Like, okay, is everything set?
I think we're good. So far, so good. I
I'm
think those
going
are
to
like
put something
10
on the
minutes
pan.
away.
So I'm gonna put some onions on the pan.
Please,
But
go
like,
for it.
baby, you need to like behave like nice. They are
What do you mean?
celebrities, so
They're
we need to like
celebrities.
act like, oh,
You
like
mean me, I'm a
normal
celebrity?
people. No, you see already you're messing up. You're supposed to act, you know? Just be like really.
I'm the real MVP here, Lulu.
Clearly he's talking a lot and he's ready for our visitors, because sometimes when we get visitors, this is him.
How?
That's how you act
This
sometimes.
never happened.
Wow.
Please ask the fans. Has that ever happened?
They know you. They actually know when we fight.
Okay, let me start sorting out the wine for the
Okay,
visitors.
start sorting out the wine. They're gonna walk in just
Okay,
now.
cool.
And I'm
Fantastic.
gonna sort out some juice because the one of them doesn't take alcohol. So we're gonna get some Rhodes quality apple juice for him. Okay?
So 2 glasses, good to go.
Yeah.
You gonna grab some ice for that?
Okay, yes, I will. Baby, do you have some good questions for them?
I'm going to fire lots of questions for them. Because, you know,
Especially for Honey. Oh, I'm already saying who's coming. Okay, sorry. Oh, sorry. I
Surprise.
just know you're excited about
Surprise,
that.
surprise
You're
as
excited
well.
about her.
crumbs,
She was like
peasy.
your crush when you were growing
No,
up, right?
we
When
grew
she
up
was on radio.
together. She's my friend, childhood friend.
Oh, she's not the crush.
I don't know why I married this woman. I honestly don't know. So we've got crumbs, we've got peasy, and we've got honey who are coming through today.
Yes, and we listen
Yeah.
to them all the time on radio. I'm so
Exactly,
excited, you guys.
exactly. How far with that ice?
They can be quite controversial. We're gonna ask them
Are they
about all
controversial
that.
or do they just tell the truth? They ask the real questions. They ask the real questions.
We'll see about that. I'm just not going to be sucking up because you can see William is already sucking up. He's such a fan.
Well, that's why we listen to the
going,
show.
I'm just going to ask like the hard-hitting questions. It'll be like they're on Hard Talk.
Exactly.
Who's that woman on CNN? Aman Popo.
Aman Paul.
That one. I'm Aman. That one today.
Are you done with that, please?
Okay. Yes.
You seem to be
almost.
struggling with the ice.
I am. I always struggle with ice. All right.
Okay,
Go
cool.
ahead, love. All right.
So-
Let me go welcome them. The car is here.
Yeah, please do that while I take a look at what's happening here on the grill.
All right. Cool.
You get rid of this one here.
Do I look nice, baby?
Yeah, it looks fine.
Is the fupa showing? Hey, hey. Hello. Oh, we are so excited to have you here. Welcome, honey.
Thank you.
Cheesy. And the new guy. Hey, Crumbs, come in. Yeah, the new guy's here. You're welcome. Welcome,
guys.
welcome. So these
How
are
are
for
we?
you,
That would be for
and Nederberg Baron for you, and some Rhodes quality juice for you. Come, join in. You know, when you come to the wood kitchen, you just have to join into the fun of the cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they come and take over here, guys?
Yeah, so who's...
Can I get into the fun of it?
You can.
How's it,
Oh,
guys?
eating. I was like, he's offering to braai.
Yes, so guys, I hope you're very hungry today.
Starving.
We've got some burgers which are...
Guys, literally, I have not eaten today.
Oh my
I was
Jesus.
telling these
Deliberate.
guys.
Oh, and we got
Deliberately.
you on
I
some
was
wine
waiting for the
already.
wood kitchen. Yeah, it might be a little problem,
Okay.
but we're
A
under
little.
control right now.
A little.
Things are under control at the moment.
Okay, so we've got some burgers going. And then who's brave enough to start cleaning that crayfish with me?
Honey said
Okay,
she would do that.
I'll volunteer because I like crayfish,
Uh-huh.
but I've never dealt with,
With
the
the
crayfish.
crayfish.
This is
Before?
gonna be fun. Well, can I do the reveal?
Okay.
Oh, wow. What is going on here?
It's just
Okay,
like a big
so-
roach. Right? I mean,
This is food, please.
why does it look like that?
What's it?
How you gonna eat it when you like
Have you seen the back of a
sit like
roach?
that?
Oh,
That's what it
wow.
looks like.
How?
No, oh, wow. I can't believe I've eaten this before.
Okay, darling, while you do that with them, no, I'm not scared of them anymore.
But why did you step back?
I'm not scared of them anymore. Can I take out the burgers so they don't dry out?
Yes, please. You can throw them onto
Okay.
the side here.
So, honey
Just-
and all of y'all are gonna do that while I'm doing
Okay,
this.
so quick one here. Can wash our
I'm
hands.
allergic, so
Oh, so
I-
you don't even don't
I might react.
don't get involved here. Okay, so crayfish, one of my favorite things. As I said, like back in Oz, we used to eat so much of this. You know, it was so cheap.
Ah,
Came back, I found things were quite expensive in
Yeah.
Zambia. But then now, we've been spoiled. We've got freshwater kafia crayfish. So anywhere in Kafia, right now obviously there's a fishing ban, so we can't get them. So
We
I
bought in
ordered
bulk.
like 50 kilos when I had the...
Oh wow.
wow.
But you see, the funny thing with these items, there's not much meat involved as well.
True.
Exactly.
Where's
so
the meat?
it's in the
The
crustacean over
grossness
there.
of this situation.
The grossness?
Yeah.
Wow.
At the grossness.
You're like ruining this real bad right
No,
now.
but the thing is, I actually like crayfish, but I don't like it in its
Yeah.
full form.
What does it taste like?
Fish.
Fish.
Yeah.
Like,
What
I
kind
mean,
of like bream.
yeah, okay, no, not fish as per se.
Yeah.
It's,
Like
okay, but if you've had like things like hake and whatnot,
Yes.
same kind of line. Yeah, so maybe not you, obviously, with your allergy
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
have tasted hake.
on that
Big
kind
mistake.
of line itself. So the trick with these ones, it doesn't cook for a very long time. So if we're boiling these, like literally 10-15 minutes, it's done. And then here, the way we're going to do them today is basically cut the shell, flip it over, and then onto the coals. So it starts cooking through the actual shell itself. So you can control the heat, add a bit of butter and whatnot. But obviously today, we're going to throw in that beautiful Southern Grill seasoning from Hinds.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do
Fantastic.
now is come across here, just give them a quick rinse.
Yeah. let's
All
do
right.
that.
And you know, another hack I learnt along the way of all this cooking issues of ours. If you know the little baby, the brushes for the baby bottles,
Really?
scrub them down. You get right in there and get it out. Because there's a lot of,
Would a toothbrush work?
preferably one that's not being used.
I might be angry with my significant other and just feel inspired to use his toothbrush.
She's told you. So next time you're eating crayfish, toothbrush, my guy, just
You just never know how
Might be a bit
they will
fishy.
clean.
exactly. Okay, so quick clean of those. Remove the tails. So it's just like a lobster, just like, you know, your prawns. You always find the tails at the end.
Yeah.
So you can see what we've done over here. Oh, let me not mess that up. You can see what we've done over here is that we've pulled off the tail. So that exposes the meat there.
Roasted
It
shrimp.
exposes. And when you pull out that tail,
Yeah.
there's a little vein that runs down the back of the crayfish. That's where all the gunk is and whatnot. So those are the intestines.
Okay.
So very easy.
So
Cut.
these are dead, yes?
These are very good.
Just checking.
You have to confirm.
Okay. So we've cut that open. And then we expose the meats, just like that. You see? So you see, that's where the nyama is. So just like that, we're gonna go all the way.
All that is edible in there.
On the inside, yeah. All right. So what I'll do, I think, what is probably even a little bit easier, I'll grab your chopping board. I'll show you how to do it with the knife, so that at least we can really open them up nicely.
Yeah.
But if you have a scissors, it's fine. But the knife is also good.
I like how you like rolled up your sleeves.
Yeah.
So,
Pizzy, you're gonna join in.
so
You're
here
gonna
we
do
go
one
again.
Of them.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it with the knife, into the head,
Oh, wow.
down,
Graphic.
press,
There we go.
flip it
And
over,
these onions are for the crayfish?
and do the same.
They're for the burger.
Ooh, okay.
There you go.
Oh,
That's probably even better.
so right down the
Okay.
middle.
Okay,
Yeah.
right down the middle. With the knife, it's probably a little bit better.
Okay.
So these ones are gonna go straight onto the
So you
heat.
don't totally remove the shell?
No.
No, 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 not in this case.
So
Usually
it-
you
it
can
acts
remove the
like a
meat if you
pot.
like.
Ah,
So it
Yeah.
acts like the
Okay.
pot. Yeah.
okay.
So it's gonna cook through the shell. You wanna try one now?
I think PZ's scared, for real. Like, he's really far away.
Do not cut yourself. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so
Wood
right
Kitchen
through,
will not
right?
be
Yeah.
liable for
From
any
here.
cutting
Okay.
of
PZ's
yourself.
on the
So probably start with the tip of the knife, like stab it
Okay.
from that. Yes, there you go, all the way down.
Look at you, honey.
Look at me cooking.
So flip it over again. There,
Oh.
oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah, she used violence.
I think you messed up the pot.
I think she's used to violence.
Just
Violence.
exposed myself a little there.
Cheers.
Now we're interested to
Cheers.
know the new guy. How is he doing?
Yeah, be honest. How exceptional I am and fantastic. The chemistry is amazing, isn't it?
Who's talking?
She was talking.
Who's this
Who
guy?
are you asking?
Tell them.
Who's this guy?
Guys, we've just come out of GBV week or 2
Yeah,
weeks. Ladies first.
Okay. Ladies first. You know, I'll say one thing about radio or just entertainment in general.
Right, right.
The one thing that is consistent is change,
Right, right,
right?
right, right, right.
So we're already kind of programmed to adapt to change and to accept change.
Right.
So now the thing with that is we're human, right? So you build chemistry with your team. You build synergy.
Right.
Like I know what PZ will say at a certain point. I know what, for example, Fanatic will say. I've been on a show with Fanatic.
Yeah.
I know what Kaliwa would say because I did a show with Kaliwa.
Okay.
Peace, Kaliwa.
R.I.P. One of my best friends ever. And so we just learn each other. And you know what they say about the workplace, whatever your workplace is,
Yeah.
you you find that it's possible to spend more time with your workmates
Exactly.
than your family.
Yes.
You know, you spend so much time at work or working wherever your workplace is. So you become so close. You build such a strong bond with the people you work with, who become your friends, who become your family. And when you build that chemistry and that bond, it does affect you when the dynamics change. Okay.
True.
But then because the only thing that's constant is change, you're also used to it. You're built for it. So this guy,
This guy.
so this guy obviously has been in radio for a long time, just like we have. But he was on radio elsewhere.
Right.
But that doesn't mean we were still friends in real life. You know, and this is a phrase I like to use a lot on air when I try to explain to our listeners about our friendships and synergies and chemistries and like we're actually friends in real life.
Yeah.
You might hear PZ and I in the morning,
Right.
but off air or behind the scenes, it's PZ and I and the guy who does 21 to midnight, for example. We're all friends in real life.
Yeah.
So we were still friends. We knew Chromes,
Yeah.
obviously, you know? So him transitioning to our morning team has been
Seamless. It's fun.
seamless, has been great. I mean, it's like, oh, now we get, can I cuss? No?
No. Family show.
Family show. Now we get to have great conversation, boys and girls, on the mic, when before we were doing it off the mic.
Yeah, true.
So it's just a seamless transition. I don't know what PZ thinks.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. You know, Crumbs and I, friends has come over to my house before he even started working for Hot FM.
Right.
Beat him a few times at FIFA, taught him a few lessons.
I don't know about
that kind of thing.
What happened last Friday?
Yeah.
What happened last
That was at the office. Doesn't count. It was out of my home. It was out of my home. No.
What matters is home ground.
Yeah, home ground. Take me to your home and beat me.
Oh, really?
Then it's gonna be a record. It's easy. It's very easy. Like Honey put it. You just have to shift the gears, and it takes time and experience to just learn how to shift the gears. You take it with a pinch of salt because as a human being, you develop this relationship with someone. You don't want it to end. You just want it to, go on like a telenovela. But hey, in radio, feel up. Wow.
Feel up, wow.
Okay, at least you know already you're learning that dynamic, like what makes someone go. I remember, when I first got into radio, I got in because of LBC. LBC was just like, you know what, you and I, we're going to do this
The
together.
goat.
Right.
Hey,
The goat.
The goat. Okay, so it's not the GOAT because I used to... This is why my daughter says I embarrass her.
Yeah.
I've never
Let
had
alone
someone say...
Your
So
daughter.
I'm like, what about this guy?
I'm studying. The good.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
I used to read it like it was, anyways.
In fact, let's put it on the spot. What does it mean?
The greatest of all time.
Come on.
Yes!
Come on.
That's
That's
what
exactly what
LBC
it is.
was.
10 marks. Well done.
No, he really was. He was.
Yeah, true.
He was just the greatest of all time, man. He taught me radio, and beyond radio, he just taught me a cooler, more relaxed way of entertaining. I had a very certain way. It
Yes.
has to be done a certain
Like
way.
now the
And
mic
he
is
said,
on.
Yes,
Now
now the
I
mic
need
is
to
on.
switch
Now I
on.
need to switch on. And he's like, Lulu, you've got a personality that you've hidden from the world, and just let it out. And I'm so happy he helped me mature in a certain way, because I think it was immaturity to feel like I needed to be a certain someone for the camera or a certain someone for my audience. And I feel like once we started working together, whether it's my social media audience or my TV audience, started to see the more authentic me, because, through him. But we had such a great time. Even when we would fight, it was nice fights, man. Like, they were never hectic fights. And as co-host, it was cool. But whenever they tried to bring a third person, I think it just never worked.
Yeah.
I'm just loving this. But you're in the wood kitchen. We don't just sit and talk around.
Right.
We actually...
We're so used to talking so much.
We start working while we're doing this. So today is Build a Burger.
Okay.
The best burger wins. So we're all going to vote on which the best burger is.
Wow.
Let me tell you right now, the one that wins is the one that goes in my mouth.
Yeah.
Like, that's the winner for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, how are you enjoying that burger? I mean, after, as the winner of the burger.
Who voted you?
We haven't established that
You
fact.
guys have won. I've won.
No.
I don't think anything tastes better.
The
than
burger
my
with
burger.
the onions on top of the bun?
Yes.
Hell no.
It's outside the burger.
Okay, to the professionals. Have you ever put onions on top of the bun?
Maybe I
Be
can
honest.
teach the professionals a thing or two.
You know, they always say with food, you need to be original.
Oh, no,
That
but
was
garnish was,
original.
remember that time? The thing, onion rings in the batter. They're put on top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Garnish wise.
Garnishing. So she was garnishing.
We'll give her that.
Were you aware that you were garnishing?
Google it.
Were you
Google it.
aware that you were garnishing?
Garnishing. I'm always aware.
Okay.
I never knew you could garnish a burger.
Of course you can. And then the crayfish, it's like I take a bite of the burger, and then I take a bite of the crayfish. Ooh, the combination.
It's just going down, right?
Well, I'm allergic, so I can't have any of that.
Oh, shame.
Yeah.
But
And it's
do you-
ironic because, like, on the show, people who couldn't hear my name properly
Right.
were calling me prawns. And I'm allergic to seafood. There was one guy. Let me not make it seem like it was everybody.
No, and legit, like they were not even trying to be funny. They were
Prawns,
calling it
how are you
prawns.
doing this morning?
And I'm sure they didn't let go of that one.
No, we
Prawns.
didn't let go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, you
Wow.
guys, I've been
Crispy
dying to ask you. You're married, obviously. You have a family, and then you work together. So be honest. What happens on those days where you absolutely can't stand each other? Maybe you've had a little fight, or like someone's giving someone the silent treatment, but you have to film. Like the content must go out.
Right now, we're just filming. Everything is fine. Everything is great. I love my wife.
Who's the main
I
culprit?
love my wife.
You see how I'm hugging my wife, eh?
At least
I'm just-
I think I love my wife. But seriously, how do you guys make that work? Because a lot of relationships, I mean marriage and
Yeah.
like relationships, they work based on the time you give each other to be individuals. You know what I mean? Like when you go to work, you spend time away from your partner, you know? But you guys are doing life and work together. How is that?
Compartmentalizing.
Okay?
It's like, we started this on the road to Zambia. So it's like, okay, fine, we're working when we go to these lodges. But there has to come a point in the evening where it's just like, okay, darling, it's you and I. Let's actually enjoy this whole setting itself. So we have to do that. Like every working relationship, you get into tips and everybody wants their point of view heard before anybody else. And it's normal, provided you now say you come back to the table and say, okay, fine, I understand I was being a bit of an idiot. Or you upset me and no, I think you're the idiot. It's like any other relationship. Communicate about it. Know your objectives and say, listen, tomorrow the business still has to run. Whether you are upset at me or whatever it is.
But guys, you
Let's
can
get on
say
with it.
that, but in reality, we know how reality goes down. Can you really say you can separate personal from professional?
It's not really like possible, but like we are saying, I remember, can I give the honest example of this weekend?
Yes.
Go for it.
Let's hear it.
We were like, until like 4 a.m. We're going off at each other. But we had a big event to do, the coffee and jazz with Esther Chumbu. We had to work together. And so we were so mad at each other. But it was 8 o'clock and I'm like, this is after we've said we're not doing it. One is like, I'm not doing it. The other one's like, I'm also not doing it. I don't know who's gonna do it. So I wake up in the morning like, honey, it's 8 o'clock. And he's up. And I'm like, okay, so we are doing it. And he parts. I think we only started to talk to each other at 12 o'clock that day. And the event was like at 15 hours, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did the work.
Yeah.
We showed up. We worked. We're not happy with each other. But the cool part is that in the past, whenever we used to fight, it would take like days
Yeah.
for us to get back to being okay. But our marriage has matured so much. So this is two separate things already, two very big things that are very hard to do. Working together already is hard, and we know that even for you guys it can be hard. And then being married can also be hard when you're not happy with each other.
True.
And we've had to find a balance, and it's been growth for us to just took a couple of hours. Honey, it was only 8 hours of anger. We've grown.
She said only
I mean, it used to be weeks.
You think the
At once, once we're not talking to each other for 2 weeks, eh?
No.
what?
not long.
Honey, you didn't talk to me for 2 weeks.
Wow, William.
I categorically refute that statement.
Financial side of it. It's a business, you're running it. Who's disciplined and who's not?
Well, no, wait, let's be honest.
No.
Who's good with budgeting?
What I will just say is that, yes, you can talk about the budgeting. I'll give you that forte. But there are emotional and business decisions that are made. Someone sees this and, oh, it's beautiful. It has to be in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, fine. Practicality.
buying.
How many times are you actually going to use it this week? Maybe once. Okay, in a month. I think I only use it once a month.
Darling.
I'm like, okay, fine.
Darling,
It's aesthetically
do I
pleasing.
need to clear your plate?
Oh,
Oh, yeah. No, I can clear your plate.
So yes, is it aesthetically pleasing or is it actually bringing or adding value?
It will add value,
kitchen.
baby. I know what you're talking about, but it will add
I
value.
haven't pointed
Wait,
out
it's a
any names.
specific item.
Items.
So there's some items just like, you know what? No, it's not happening. So we really bounce off each other. And yes, there are very impulsive buys sometimes. But it's just about saying, okay, fine. Is it worth it? Is there enough? What are we going to do? There's kids involved. There's family involved. So yeah, you
I
really have
think-
to sit and discuss it.
I think also with our relationship, the one thing I'm going to give our relationship when it comes to finances, from very early on, we sort of worked together around money. And we're very honest and upfront with each other about how much we made. And I remember when I went for the Mandela Washington Fellowship, I was just like, dude, I'm broke. I'm not working. I quit everything. He's like, okay, Lulu, I make this much and this is how much I can give you per month. I can give you 10% of my salary per month. And I'm like, great, thank you. It's going to go a long way. And then when we got together, we had to look at what can we afford. Okay, we can afford a kitchen party. Yeah, like married, like when we're now planning the marriage. I was like, okay, I can afford the kitchen party, but we're looking at the wedding, we're like, I can't tell you do it alone also. And even with the kitchen party, you pretty much came in with half.
Oh yeah.
And you know, like made it work for me. And
I'm waiting for Pogwe, by the way. Tradition in Tonga where they give you something back.
anyway, so,
As a married man.
William,
okay, as I was
you're
saying,
something back.
yeah, children,
Something back.
I
His
came.
name is Caleb.
Those are value adds.
And Asante.
I came out, you know. But anyway, so we decided to have a very small wedding. My uncle had promised to give us a cow, so that's the beef we used with nshima and veggies and rice.
Yeah,
There
very
was
simple.
no decoration, just 40 chairs, no tables. After we
Those
didn't
big
even
chefs.
iron
No
we
tables.
didn't iron our clothes.
Wow.
I think we just wanted to get married, man. I think we thought we were gonna get away with doing a kitchen party, then living together, and our parents were like, under which parentage?
Which customary
Under
law?
a Christian nation, you will not.
Yeah.
So we also just said, fine, you're invited for a wedding next week. But we made that decision because we wanted to save up, the two of us, for our big wedding.
Yeah.
And we made financial decisions and that's when I realized, oh man, I got with the right guy. Because I didn't mind saying, dude, we can get married at a restaurant. We'll like save a lot of money. They won't charge us 30,000 kwacha for venue. We'll just tell them we're gonna feed people at this. Like, it saved us so much money.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized our values are very similar when it comes to finances. We don't live for anybody else. Even the decision to move into our small little house we're living in now.
It was made a while ago, before I even moved on. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, find a house.
Yeah.
We're coming. How much is it? This is budget.
Yeah.
No, but then you sent me what did you send me? A PowerPoint presentation telling me this
No,
is
I'm
how
talk-
much we could save
Oh yeah, for coming
to
here.
move to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
farm.
true.
Okay.
Because I was like, you want me to move to a 2-bedroom cottage?
Yeah.
But when he explained it, I'm like, it makes sense.
Mm.
And now we are finally building our dream home. We are building our culinary studio
Mm.
soon. Like, there's so many things I'm so happy
Yes.
we could live within our means for.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it meant not going out as much as we want to, not traveling abroad as much as we wanted
Yeah.
to, but being able to. So I think doing business together is even better. Yes, there's the impulse on both sides. On both sides. Sometimes people
Emphasis.
I haven't yet
They
bought that
want-
motorbike.
people want expensive sunglasses, expensive earphones that cost exactly the
Yeah,
same
you know
as
how
that
people
stuff
can
I
be.
want for the kids. Because just people.
Who is
Yeah,
people?
just people
I
are
mean,
like that.
people can be so wasteful.
Which one of you is people?
Those come once every 2 years. Yeah, so it's been a journey actually.
Now let me ask you this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like from my knowledge, Lulu was in this public eye before you ever were.
Way
Is that correct?
before.
Way
Yeah.
before.
I've actually never even
Uh-huh.
been in it, so to speak.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
So Lulu was a public figure even way before you met her, right?
Yeah. yeah.
Yes, before you met her. So, what has that been like for you? I assume. Okay, because there are some people who are not in the public eye, but they're very outgoing. They don't mind
Right.
the publicity and being in the public eye. Then there are those who are not in the public eye and they choose not to be.
Right.
So first, before I continue, where do you fall?
For me, I've never really been in the public eye.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand it or even enjoy it, to be
Yeah.
very honest.
He didn't even know I
Because
was in the public
I didn't
eye
even
when
know
we
that she
started
was
dating.
she was somebody in society.
Yes.
So, and it was weird. It's like after about a month and a half of us dating, and then a couple of my friends.
Then you
were like,
found out.
Yes, I was like, oh, so you're someone in the who's who's. It's like, oh yes. I was like, okay, fine, just as well, because had I known,
Yeah.
I don't think
Really?
so, because
That's
of
how
all the
much-
attention or
Yeah.
unnecessary attention that
Yeah.
it brings. But then it's funny because even for probably the three of you right now, you actually choose what you want people to see.
Exactly. And that's why I asked this question.
Exactly.
Especially for you as a guy. So I'm so interested in the fact that how did you then transition? It's like, okay, you didn't know she was in the public eye,
Yeah.
but you start dating. Then you know she's in the public. And then you know how much she's in
Yeah.
the public. Like there's a difference.
It's
you know,
true. No, it's
there's
true.
stages.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel uncomfortable? Did you ever feel like, okay, babe, like do your thing. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you, but I won't be in the public
Yeah.
eye. How did you guys navigate that?
I was very much like that before,
Yeah.
up until we actually started working together. So I'd be like, you know what, this is you. Do whatever you need to do. I'll be in the background. If you need any help with anything, but don't expect me to be on camera or to sit down and have a discussion. And there was one of
Yeah.
those, it was quite big for
My
you.
story,
My
the,
story.
The Zambezi Magic, my story.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was such a huge moment for me. I was
Yeah.
like, baby, this is like stuff you dream of.
Yeah.
In my career, like
Yeah.
it's huge and you have to be a part of it. He totally refused.
Really?
I was like, no, I'm not.
The crew
About that.
tried.
So you didn't appear in that?
Nah.
Nothing. He totally refused. He was that guy who says, I don't appear in interviews. If you come and ask for a picture, just come to say hi to me, and he notices these are fans, he would continue walking.
Yeah.
He would not stop.
Now, how did something like that make you feel as, firstly, like as a woman, and then as his woman? Did you ever feel like, oh, I feel like he's not supporting me? Or did you fully understand at the time that he's just not that kind of person? Like he's not in the public
I
eye.
feel like when he realized like where I was and the world I was in when we were dating, he was very honest. And that's why I say I think there are certain things William and I communicated about so well. I think we are best friends before anything.
It's
Before lovers, we are best friends. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves, oh wait, okay, let's like try romance, eh? Because like we're acting like boys, yeah, like we're acting like, you know.
Yeah.
So we were very honest with each other, like so I knew, and I would wish it would be different, but I wouldn't make an issue out of the fact that it's not different.
Yeah.
And now that we are now both in the public space.
Yeah.
It's been interesting to experience it. Like, honestly, there's a time, I think it was on an interview with Helen,
Yeah, I remember.
and I think it was the first interview where I didn't have to say too much.
Yeah.
He was like,
He was out there.
I'm like, oh wait, so I can do the cute wife thing, like,
I
let
can do
my
the cute-
husband talk. Okay, this is cute, but I never experienced that. So it's different. I love the way you. Okay, now you're making me be all romantic and stuff, but I just
not a bad thing.
I just love the way he's gotten out of his shell. I feel like it was always so. That's another thing. Yes, he would be like that in public, but the William I knew was the person people are starting to get to know now.
Right.
He's always been funner than me. Like, he's been the cool guy, funner than me. He's the better host, but because I talk so much, people always assume that was my personality. People assume that our home is welcoming because of Lulu. No, he's a huge part of that, and I loved having that to myself. I'm a bit jealous that I have to
It's out
share
there.
it.
That's my next question. Sorry, I've got questions for you.
Yes.
I have got questions for you.
I think our audience is loving this.
I do this in my sleep.
Now, for people who would look at your relationship and see how easy it is for you guys to just be yourselves around each other, like, I know it's not an easy thing
Yeah,
to do. You know, like, relationships are hard.
true.
Yeah, regardless.
Right, right. So for people who are looking at the dynamic between you
Right.
guys and thinking this is easy, like, what do you have to say to that?
I think she touched on it earlier on, saying that you have to be friends before even lovers, so to speak. Because there are some things that are very difficult to talk about, even between just general mates. It's like, oh, I've got this thing. How is this person going to judge me? How are they going to view me? This and that. So that's why there's this whole thing about being married or being in a very exclusive relationship. You lay yourself bare and naked in front of this person. It's like, these are my faults. These are my pluses. Accept it or don't. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where even some of the conversations we've had on camera, off camera, other people are like, geez, do you guys actually speak like that to each other? And it's just like, yeah, this is just how we vibe. You know what I mean? We tease each other, we love each other, we even tease our children. You're like, oh, look at number one. Number one is a bloody fool. And you start laughing at the child. You know, that kind of thing. It's like other parents will be like, oh, no, you don't do that with the kids.
Yeah.
But we've got, whether it's a weird sense of humor or a weird kind of relationship.
I think a lot to people, like,
It might be.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
find us very weird and awkward
Yeah.
because we make fun of each other.
True. So I think it's just about being friends before anything. Because I think if you are friends and there's open channels of communication, the toughest scenario might pop up and you know that, oh, my friend has got her back or she's got my back and whatever, vice versa. And then you keep moving from there. So I think you have to be really tight as friends first of all.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
My wife does this thing when she tells me at the end of the year how many times she's broken up with me in her head. How many times have you guys broken up? Like, she just tells me, like, you know what? I left you. I was gone.
Like, I was out.
Packed my bags. I woke up in the morning and I'm like, good morning, how are you? How did you guys do that?
That's wild.
Okay, Pali, ne, this year.
But
To my part.
personally,
Personally,
It was honeymoon, except once, and I had traveled, and for the first time, my personality is fix it now. You have an issue, talk about it, fix
That
it
is so
now.
me.
Right there.
Okay.
So me.
Yeah.
But I went 72 hours without talking to you.
Holiday. Holiday.
Guys, and
it was a party.
And you asked about finances. I just happened to have certain finances that should have not been in the account. They should have been in the business account, but they were in my account. I blew it. I blew it. That was, I didn't break up with him, but I was just like, let me act like a little spoiled brat.
Child.
Like, I'll act like a child right now. I also show him I can perform.
Yes.
I performed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a breakup, it was just, I don't think I've ever performed like that.
It was a performance.
It was a performance.
Yeah, I actually performed. How many times were you, baby?
That's it. Ooh, let me count.
Where do we start?
Let me sip on my wine.
Ooh.
I don't have enough fingers and toes. No, but I think anyway, for me personally, it takes quite a bit for me to blow up or lose it. So I think only this year is what? It's only probably about 2 or 3 times. This year? Yeah, that's true.
Oh, she's
Well, I
like,
was good. No, that means I was good. It used to be more.
Yeah, because it takes me a while, and the thing is that for me sometimes if I can brood on something and start thinking about it, then I'll squash it. I'll just be like, it's okay. But it hasn't really been resolved because we haven't spoken about it.
So he keeps
And
a
then-
little bin.
There would be
He throws it
something
into the bin, the
very
little bin.
silly, in the house, very trivial, and I'll just
And
be
then he puts a firework into that bin.
like, can I finish? I'm
It
not-
just goes.
And I'll be like, in 1983, you did this at 10:15
Yes.
in the morning.
And I'm like, what? We are not discussing that right now. We are discussing the fact that I didn't put up the toothpaste in the, like,
So yeah,
what
there
are you
are
talking about?
there are times where I think even for me that's probably like my weakness, so to speak, as a partner. It's like, okay, fine, I can do a lot of silly things sometimes, but it takes me a longer time. She's like, oh, I'm upset, I want to talk about it now. I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk about it, it's okay, leave it, whatever it is.
Of course, you're
So
good.
I'm like
Of
Mr. Peacemaker, so to speak.
Yeah. And I hope no one has ever asked you this question because I think I'm a genius at asking questions.
ooh.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
now that you're both in the
I'm
public
scared
eye,
now.
have you guys, or maybe it has happened. If it hasn't happened, have you ever thought of a situation where, especially for you, Lulu, because you've been in the public eye even before your husband, right?
Yeah.
But let's say someone or an agency or whatever came to you guys, but they want William, right? Because now he's also in the public eye. He's
Yeah.
also seen as a star, as an influencer, as a figure,
Yeah.
as an ambassador in his own right.
Yeah.
Right? It started just with you. So, but the way, from my opinion, you have branded yourselves as a duo, as a unit, as a family situation. So now what if some opportunity comes along, which is a great opportunity, but it's like, oh, no, it's for William. Because I think William has more experience with the opposite, because
Yeah.
he met you that way. So
Yeah.
you already met her, and all the opportunities were coming directly at her because that's what she did for a living.
Yeah.
But now, have you thought of like letting him go, or just like spread his wings?
Oh, it's already happening.
It's already happening.
It's already happening.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm excited because that was part of the thing. Like the part of the strategy was like, okay, so we're gonna start this. We can start this wood kitchen. We're doing it together, but there's other things that he's really, really good at, and we've got a fantastic team at Oomph Media who've been working on like the strategies going beyond 2021 for the wood kitchen. And the wood kitchen is like a family, but 4 different personalities. So at some point, those 4 different personalities need to fly.
Right.
And you're going to see parts of William through some of the opportunities that are coming his way that other people would have never thought were like him. And now they're going to start to see more of like, oh, that's more him. Oh, that's his thing. And then, okay, that's Lulu's thing. And as we continue to grow the brand into beyond food, we plan to get into more lifestyle. So it will be, food will be a component of
the
the wood
lifestyle.
kitchen.
So a rounded kind of picture of
So
everything.
it's going to be like a 360 of who we truly are, and the individualism is soon going to come out even in the type of content we're going to build. Soon you're going to see William doing his own thing in some of the content beyond food.
You're riding motorbikes around Zambia for about 6 months.
While I am in the Bahamas shooting a lifestyle show in bikinis.
Budgeting. We can only do one at a time.
Oh, look at that!
Of course.
You guys, we've absolutely loved having you here.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
could
it's
go
been
on.
Yeah.
You know what? When we are doing our second anniversary, I think they're the guys who need to come and do the interviews for us. We do a special
This has
2-year
been so
anniversary
easy.
special.
We have to
so
be there.
Please,
Yeah.
we have you guys. eh?
Said
That'll
as
be
well.
fantastic.
No, we'll continue to feed you without the cameras. Yeah.
Much fun.
But I think we brought you here because we actually love you guys. I
Yeah.
mean, you can tell them why you appreciate them.
No, I
and
mean,
then
guys,
move
like
on.
radio-wise, I mean, I've known Honey for a while.
Crush.
Chrome,
just come out of
Speezy.
your mouth, Lulu.
We always listen to like what you guys have to say, and as I said before, it's like honest, it's upfront, and I think that's what Zambian radio needs. You know what I mean? Because before we're a bit too candy coated about no, upset this person or upset this faction. Right now, it's a new dawn. The youth are so powerful, and we love to see youth in like charge of a certain kind of sector. So keep doing what you're doing, and yeah, you're most welcome in the Wood Kitchen anytime.
Yeah, and Crumb's welcome. Like, he recognized it was you before I knew it was you.
Really?
He's like, it's Crumb's. I'm like, he looks a bit different.
Picked up a few pounds.
Probably.
He's like, Lulu, that was Crumb's. I'm like,
Yeah.
But you know, William is like a radio head. He loves radio. I
Yeah.
think his
Something the
dream.
kids and I do
Yeah,
every
like
morning.
every morning, it's like their thing. You guys play all these songs with the white music that the kids and him like. Very, you know, like it's just.
The white music.
You know, you do sometimes play.
A segment for parents. That,
Yes.
wake up early in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Before the
I'm
other
not
parents
part
wake up,
of the
the one
segment
that
of
wake up
early
at
morning.
8.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now you see the whole world is moving.
8
but,
o'clock.
Yeah.
that's a story for another day.
Yeah. But we're so grateful. And for me, coming just from the media space, I just love that, you know, y'all were open to coming
Yeah.
and have just shown.
And can I just
Our
say,
viewers,
like in real life, like when Lulu said, "Oh, you guys must come," whatever, I didn't actually think like we were the show.
Oh!
I swear, in my mind, I was like, okay, maybe
We're just gonna come and eat.
we're just gonna come.
Now we're
it.
ready to
We'll
eat.
have
Oh,
like
yeah.
a little, maybe we'll be on the show.
Yeah.
We are honoring you. You are the
I
show.
only realized that when we got here.
Yeah.
And I haven't even said this to these guys. Like, I didn't realize that we are the show.
Right.
I'm so, like,
Yeah, it's
humbled
amazing.
by. Like, wow.
No,
Thank you guys.
No, we had
welcome.
to. And from our friends at Nederberg, they really wanted us to spend time with the people we love, have amazing conversations
Exactly.
around great food, also with our friends from Rhodes Food Group. Just have great conversation. It's summertime, and we hope that we can encourage more people during this festive season to do this.
Yeah.
Have great conversation around great food, around great wine, great drinks, great spices.
Exactly.
It's all about that for us, and we hope you guys can come again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anytime you want us to come through, we'll be
Because even like, I mean, safety-wise, I mean, there's a whole fourth wave of COVID that's coming
Exactly.
out.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys,
But we still need to be human.
utilize your
Yes.
homes. You've got
Yes.
so much to
Yes.
offer. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Sit on the grass.
Simple.
Yeah.
Sit on the
Open
grass.
up the cooler box. Just
Yeah.
sit down,
For
enjoy
sure.
yourselves, have a good chat. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're super proud of you with the change makers when it comes
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Such a big deal, guys.
putting Zambia on the map.
Yeah.
In all
Absolutely.
sectors.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, to our viewers at home, thank you so much, and a huge cheers to you.
Cheers, guys. Be safe out
Enjoy
there.
some Nederberg Baron with your lovely chills this summer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Goodbye with love from
The Wood Kitchen. See you guys. Ciao.
Cheers.